have a condition and they have a lot of medications related to pain, like in heart disease, there may be a lot of medications, there could be future surgeries, and how are they going to, how are we going to fund this if they're, the other spouse isn't going to be there anymore? So yes, it's a plan of care, and I hope that's the one thing. I hope I got that, that little bit across, that it is a plan of care written by a nurse. And I would write a plan of care for heart disease if I was working in the hospital, or I would write a plan of care for heart disease if I was in home health care, or I would write a plan of care in this type of setting for somebody who has heart disease. And there's just all that's going to be attached to it are the dollars for what all those services would cost.
Okay, great. Thomas followed up with the Robinson v. Bates case law. It's in Ohio, which limits the plaintiff's evidence of medical bills and expenses to what was actually paid by an insurance carrier. If a plaintiff in Ohio is presenting future reasonable cost and expense of a life care plan, it would seem to follow that the expert may be questioned on what would actually be paid. It is relatively new case law, and Thomas was wondering if you had seen it argued by the defense in any state or jurisdiction that you had worked in.
I have not seen that at all, and I've not had any of those discussions with my attorneys. I have a couple trials coming up, and that has not been in any of the discussions we had in preparing for trial. That has not come up. That's really interesting to know. I'd ask any, I don't know if I know any colleagues of mine that are in Ohio. I know some of my colleagues that have been, that are older than me and been doing this